In this video, I'm going to show you how to properly check your resting blood pressure and to do it so that you get accurate numbers. The first thing you need to do is get a blood pressure monitor. And I'm going to use today this one, the blood pressure monitor from CheckMe that is also got an ECG or an EKG. I'm going to show you how to do that at the end of the video, but we're going to start first with the blood pressure. They also carry a different one here. This is called the blood pressure or BP2A, and this is just a blood pressure monitor. So you need to get a blood pressure monitor first in order to accurately check it at home. And these are two that I would suggest. I'll put links down below in the description of how to get these, and they're very accurate. Firstly, what we need to discuss is the accuracy. Number one, this is called a resting blood pressure. When you go to a doctor, they're supposed to be assessing your resting blood pressure, which means you're supposed to be rested. You're not supposed to be hyped up on caffeine. You're not supposed to be running into their room. There's a criteria to keep things standardized so that when you check your blood pressure, you get accurate numbers. And those things are, number one, your feet need to be flat on the floor, both feet. You need to have a back support. You need to have your arms relaxed and resting at your sides. And when you check your blood pressure, you're supposed to check it on your left arm. And your arm is supposed to be supported so that your upper arm is at your heart level. The other thing is you don't cross your legs. Make sure and go to the bathroom first before you go, and to not have caffeine or any stimulants prior to having your blood pressure. And you should be allowed 5 minutes of relaxation before you check your blood pressure. Now contrast that when you go to a doctor, you run in, you may get white coat syndrome, you may be nervous, you may have anxiety, they have you stand on a scale, and then of course you have anxiety about that. They rush you into the room, the blood pressure machine is slapped onto your wrist before you're even on the table, your feet are dangling or crossed, and they check your blood pressure. That isn't an accurate assessment. So the blood pressure has to be, the procedure of blood pressure has to be accurate. The second thing is that you have to procedurally do it correctly. Very often people will do it over their shirt or something like that. That's not accurate. So let me show you how I would use something like this. And this is a neat one, because it's just so simple. And all you're going to be doing is hitting this button. I'm going to place this on my arm. I'm going to roll up my sleeve. I'm going to place this here. And you want this, when you check your own blood pressure, you want to make sure that there's about 1 or 2 centimeters between the blood pressure machine and the crux of your elbow. The second thing is, how do you know how tight it is? You should be able to get 2 fingers into the blood pressure cuff, and it's not too loose, but you can still get them in there. This thing right here needs to be in line with the middle finger. So what I'm going to do, now this is for demonstration purposes, so I'm talking right now, I've been relaxing. I'm just going to hit start, and then I'm going to hit go. I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to relax. Okay, so let me take this off, and I will show you what the numbers are, for example. Let's see if we can focus in on this. So you can see it's 123/78, and then it has your pulse right there. And it is that simple on how to check your own blood pressure. In addition to this, with using this type of product, a home blood pressure monitor, you want to check it at the same time every day. That way you can see the consistency of your normal resting blood pressure. How the ECG works on this is you will be hitting this button right here. Now there's 4 ways to do this. You're going to put the palm of your hand on the sensor right over here on the side, and then this sensor will either go below your chest on the left-hand side, down near the abdomen. You can place it on the other palm, or you can place it near the knee. it's easier for me to show you how it's done on the knee. So I'm going to use that one. So you just go to the inside part of your kneecap. This is your kneecap, and you're just going to go to this muscle on the inside there. And you see how it'll tell you whether your ECG is normal or not. And so I have a regular ECG, as well as that's my pulse right now. So once again, if you would like to get some of these are really high value products in your life, because you can simply check your own blood pressure, you can check your own pulse rate, you can check your own electrocardiogram at home. And so I would encourage you to get these. Again, the link will be down below, and you could look at them and see if this particular product would be right for you.